שלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני העם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה
Come You shall love Adonai with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your might. Take to heart these commandments I give you this day. Remember and tell all your children to live by my way. Speak of them when you're home, when you're on your way, when you lie down and get up and go about your day, as a sign on your hand and upon your head. On the side of your doorposts, my commandments may always be read. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malechuto Leolam Vaed. Please remember, observe all these words that I've said, to live and be holy for years straight ahead. For I am your God, out of Egypt I led. Be holy, be righteous, remember the words that I've said. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malechuto Leolam Vaed. You shall love Adonai with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your might. Take to heart these instructions I give you this day. Remember and tell all your children to live, oh, to live and remember my ways. generations and generations and Vador, 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 Vador.
Look around the world, look around your town. Every single age is represented all around. You see them everywhere, every street, avenue or boulevard. Anywhere, any beach, any park or any yard.
Vador, Vador, for generations and generations and Vador, 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 Vador.
Ecclesiastes said one generation goes and another generation arrives. He got it wrong. For years we all live side by side.
Can you lean on those who arrived here before? Can you learn from those you remember being born?
Can you see that we are all together evermore?
Vador, Vador, for generations and generations and Vador, 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 Vador. Vador, Vador, for generations and generations and Vador, 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 for generations and generations and Vador, Vador,
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Spark.
What was that?
Shabbat Spark.
Shabbat Spark.
I just came up with that.
Spark Shalom.
Shabbat Spark Shalom.
Welcome to our Spark service.
will.
You know, we used to have earplugs. I don't think we have them anymore, but they might be out in the back if you're... No, they're not there. So you could do this. You could just do this if you need to. We're going to try not to be too loud tonight, but this is an evening for singing along, having a good time, bringing our energies to these wonderful young people to my right.
Wave.
And just bringing in Shabbat with a lot of sparkliness.
There are 4 beautiful seats in the front row.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know the saying, how do you get the front rows in a synagogue is show up late.
Yep.
All right, let's begin with Hine Matov, a song that says how great it is that we're all here together.
Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shemerayim, Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shemerayim, Gam Yachad. Together we hear you. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shemerayim. I would like to invite up, it's very interesting. Raise your hand if this is your first Shabbat Spark. Sophia, you want to raise your hand higher? New generation, there we go. If you're in the audience, this is your first Shabbat Spark?
That's great.
Okay, so pre-pandemic, there was 200 people running around like crazy.
More like 800.
800? Okay. Let's keep our expectations.
Close to 1,000.
And so every time that we add a new soul singer, I'm so proud, I'm so happy, and I know that in 5 years, you'll look back on this moment, right, Sophia? Yeah. So that being said, I would like to invite up our soul singer and junior cantor. There's no junior cantors yet, actually, but parents to please come up to light the candles. And if you'd like to follow along, we are on page 2 in Mishkan Tefillah prayer book. You guys can go over there too. Go over here. You guys can go with them. You guys can go with them. Go on. Let me sing first. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. You can light it. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Let's take our hands. Come Shabbat, come Shabbat, come Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And very quickly, in honor of Sophia and Julie for their first spark, let's say a quick Shehechianu. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehechianu, v'kiyamanu, v'higianu, lazman hazeh. Thank you. We couldn't do this without you. Welcome.
As we move forward, we continue with, traditionally we sing psalms to get ourselves prepared for Shabbat. And so now we turn to Shiru Ladonai. I don't know if this is on a page.
Okay, I'm doing it.
It is, but look at the screen. The words are really big, actually. Uh-oh. Batteries.
Shir Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shir Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. Shir Ladonai.
you.
Hello. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Michael, come step into the light.
Step into the light. Vayehi or.
Find your light.
Hi, I'm Michael Walden. I'm your rabbinic intern here. And what a week it's been. I don't know about you, I'm in finals, so it's really been a week. My final 5th year of rabbinical school. Some future rabbi out there. But I wanted to share an experience I had this week. I was reading the Torah, as rabbinical students are wont to do. And in Genesis, it has this part. It says, on the 6th day, God finished creating the heavens and the earth, which is all well and good. Except then it says, on the 7th day, God finished the work. Well, he was done on day 6. Why bother with day 7? Celebrate. So I went splunking through Jewish texts for this, and I found this really cool idea I wanted to bring here tonight, which is that on the 7th day, God created rest, and that no work in Jewish tradition can really be done, can really have completeness without rest. Rest is an integral part of what defines work by its contrast that helps us contextualize, compartmentalize, and finish our work. So as we enter our service tonight and we hear beautiful music, I also want us to just think about, what have we finished this week? And how can we really make that work complete with the rest and reflection we're about to do? Shabbat Shalom.
Let's take a moment for Chazarat HaShavua, a review of your week. Now that we've left our week behind, let's move to page 28 in the Baruch Hu and begin our prayers in earnest. Please rise.
Oh, there we go. So, as we enter our Shema, as we turn to page 35, I don't know about you, but I've also been reading the news this week. And I think the Shema, with its message of oneness, is really appropriate. Because the beautiful thing about the Shema and what it offers is this Jewish value of oneness, but specifically it's a oneness that doesn't look like uniformity. It looks like unity. And the idea that we're all one in that sense of unity, though it does not require uniformity, is what I've been really dwelling on this week. And I hope you share that and keep it in your thoughts as we say our Shema together. Please turn to page 35.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
We continue on as we sing from the book of Exodus, a song of freedom. Micha Mocha, the words you can find right on the screen over here. Oh, no.
We
Well,
are
let's
gonna do it, yeah.
We are going to do it, yeah. Instead, we're
It's
going to move.
important because we practice Ve'ahavta in Hebrew school on Sundays every week to do Ve'ahavta here. So you can, what page is
You
it
can
on?
follow here, or you can go on page 36.
Kids, if you know it. If you're here and I know that you guys know it, please sing with us. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'elech asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha veshinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha b'derech u'v'shochvecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim l'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem l'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emek. There we go.
Here we are. Micha Mocha, composed by...
Michael Hunter Oaks. If you never heard it, let's try it again. You just heard it once. Here we go.
As we continue to bless Shabbat and make this time holy, we turn to
Put your
the
mics down.
song Vishamru. If there are any people under 120 that would like to come into our Shabbat pit
Come down here,
in
guys.
the front, you can sing along, you can
Down here. Alyssa, down here.
We have a couple names for that. The Shabbat pit. What else? What are the other ones that I don't even remember anymore? Because it was so long
Shabbat
ago.
mosh pit.
The Shabbat mosh pit.
Yes.
Okay. Are we ready?
You don't need it. Come on, kids. Come dance with me. I have a healing broken foot, hence the Nikes. Come on. I need help. Come on, Esty. Come on, Dolly. Come here with me. You come here. I'll protect you. Are you ready? We're gonna go up and down like this. Wait, come here. Oh. Can I help you? Okay, there. I got one. I can.
Hashamayim woman.
Ve'et ha'aretz. We get down really low. Ve'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha'shabbat la'asot et ha'shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. This is one that tells us we should sleep. I like this one. Ubayom hashvi
That's tomorrow afternoon.
Shabbat vayinafal.
Have a refreshing nap.
Shabbat vayinafal.
Shabbos nap, man.
Shabbat
I'm already sleeping.
vayinafal. Shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha'shabbat la'asot et ha'shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. Mazel tov. Okay.
So we've hello.
You're good.
So we've reached the point in our service where we have the Misha Berach, the prayer for healing, on 252. I love this prayer. It's a prayer for healing for us, for families, for those we know, for the world. And it's healing that's not just physical, but emotional and spiritual as well. But there's one thing about it. It's not just for those who need healing. You got to let it heal you as well. All of us who worry about those who need healing, who carry that anxiety about our parents, our families, the world we live in. I want to encourage us right now as we turn to page 252 to take a second to hold that intention in us. Take a second to connect the idea that as we pray for those who need healing, we can allow that to heal ourselves just a little bit, to be soothed by it, to find comfort in it as well. Take a second and then join us.
Welcome Michelle Aaron and Lucy Davenport Broder to help lead us in. You can come forward. I'll even have the words for you. To help lead us in Misha Berach.
Esther Batbatia, Jean-Claude Berthet, Lester Boxer, Eitan Chaim, Woody Clark, Jay Clement, Clifford Connor, Iris and Gordon Cutler, Manly Feinstein, Judy Fenton, Erica Fernbach, Dee Friedman, Patty Goodman, Andy Hale, Helene Hale, Lori Haynes, Naomi Bat Chaim Ishai Uvrana, Kathy Javor, Eliza Bat Karen, Lita Katan, Sis Klein, Russell Kunke, Sheila Merowitz, Kathleen Agnes McCarthy, Afra Nissenbaum, Cynthia Palma, Warren Roston, Taylor Rubin, Hadar Salem, Jessica Shulman Rana, Lindy Sobel, Marvin Sobel, Mojdeh Soleimani, Ilan Tamir, Harav Aharona Batfia Yosef, Paula Warner, Sonia Ann Weggy, Yodit Bat Nehama Mordechai, and Howard Zellicoe.
David Kunkel, Deborah Strife, Thomas Kai, Judy Fenton, students and staff of MLK Middle School in Trenton, New Jersey, Richard Marlowe, Sandra Ehrenberg, Matthew R., Paulette Shervin, Fred Pathy, Lois Lebman, Rita Newman, Audrey and Judith Bennis, Lupe Diaz and Hazel Sequenza, Mary Dawn, John, Barbara, Joey Stutz. Is anyone in this room? You can just say them out loud.
turn now to really our private prayers, the prayers that are in our hearts this evening. We've kind of been warming up by doing our communal prayers together, and we'll do one last one where we stand together, we face the ark, and we say, may what's in my heart and what's in my mouth truly come out to praise life. So let's rise together. We're on page 46 if you are following in the Siddur, or you can look up at the one line on the screen. Please continue silently. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We thought we'd bring back, since it really just feels like it's the first time that we've been together like this in such a long time for the Spark service. You know, I used to just tell a story at this time instead of doing some kind of, heavy Devar Torah or sermon. Although I did memorize my Rosh Hashanah sermon if you want me to do that one again. So this is a very famous story that I'm adapting because we have these children here, and someone I know had an experience similar to this. So there's this man and woman, and they're married to each other, and they had a very small house. I mean, even by Los Angeles standards, it would be a small house. Probably, one of those built around 1941 or 42. Who lives in one of those? Wait a minute. We live in the same house. All right. So what happens is she really feels like the house is too small. And every day she's complaining to her husband, this house is just so small, I don't have room to do anything. And he's like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm a cobbler, right? I don't make enough money for us to have a bigger house. So finally she gets really fed up and she goes to the rabbi because, as you'll find out, the rabbi always knows the answer to every question. She says, Rabbi, our house is just really small. I can barely fit in there myself, and it's really, really difficult. And I have this little dog named Amos, and the dog, can't even walk. It doesn't even get exercise walking back and forth across the house. And the rabbi says, I have an idea. Why don't you invite someone to come stay with you for a little while? So two people, oh, you come on up. We got two right here. So all of a sudden, her in-laws showed up. Say hello. Hello. Mm-hmm. Say. They show up. You're going to give me a mic. They show up. We're staying for a month, they declare. And now there's 4 of them plus the dog in the house. And now it's even harder to walk around. It's like, that's for me. She's going crazy. And all of a sudden, the next day, their child shows up and says,
Staying for the month.
So now we have 3 people coming in to stay for the month. And all of a sudden, the next day, the cousins show. And they say, you can make up however long you're staying.
A year.
They're staying for the year. This did happen to you, didn't it? This happened to you. I think it did. All right. And so they're going on. Now it's really, really crowded in the house.
Where did they all sleep? Are you gonna tell
And
us?
finally, the next door neighbor shows up. And the next door neighbor says, hi, I'm going to stay at your house for
4 minutes.
For a minute. Kind of messes my story a little bit. How about like 3 months and a minute? How's that? Yeah, I knew she'd go along with whatever I suggested. So there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus the couple, plus the dog, all in one house. She's going nuts. Crazy. She can't even walk across the room. It's like you have to walk across the room like this, and you're taking very tiny steps, and you can't even get there. She's going, it's getting hotter and hotter in the room, and they don't smell so good. I'm sorry. Your dad told me the last time you showered, so she can't take it, and of course she goes to the rabbi. Rabbi, I can't take it with all these people in my house. It's driving me crazy. And the rabbi says, all right, why don't you get rid of the neighbor? And the neighbor leaves. But, it's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 2 is 7, plus the dog. It's still really crowded. She goes the next day. She goes, Rabbi, it makes no difference. It's so crowded. There's no room in my house. I can't do anything. And the rabbi says, okay, You're not going to believe this. Get rid of all of your relatives. She's like, how can I get rid of my relatives? Say, I have COVID. So she goes in and she tells the family she has COVID and they all run away. The next morning, she shows up to the rabbi's office. She walks in and she says, Rabbi, oh my God, my house is so big. There's so much room in there. I can exercise walking across the room. Thank you so much. I'm so glad they left. And so it teaches all of us. Sometimes we think something is one way, but when it really comes down to it, it's not so bad after all. Shabbat Shalom. Let's thank our actors. I thought their lines were excellent. Yeah.
It's a hard act to follow. As we wrap up our service, we're going to turn to page 294 for our mourner's Kaddish. And if you look at it, we always end with this prayer for mourning, which says nothing about mourning. It says nothing about death either, which is a fact that actually made me quite mad at various points in my life. But I think it's good. I think the point of this prayer is that when we read this prayer praising God's great name, we have a chance to almost get pulled out of the moment we're in, to recontextualize our experience, to lose ourselves for a brief moment in prayer for God, in prayer for something outside of the very intense experience we're having. And so tonight, as we go into our mourner's Kaddish on page 294, I hope we all take a chance to just let ourselves be pulled out of whatever state we're in. And with that, I'd like to invite Rabbi Aaron to share.
Just would like to announce those names of those members in our congregation who have died in the last month, whose families are observing Shloshim. Ruth Karp and Carol Hyman and Rosalie Hout. And we also recall those that have died at this season in years past. If you look up on the screen, you can see all of the names of those members of our congregation. We want to especially remember tonight Morris Sternlight and Marilyn Lynn Lewis. You know, sometimes you look up there and you look through the names and you see a name you remember. You see a name, a person that was a part of your life. And I think that's another reason why we say the Kaddish about kind of praising life and praising God is it recalls those times in our lives where there was, you know, joy with another person that lived on this planet with us. So let's all rise together. We say Kaddish Yatom for those that have no one to say it for them. For those that have died in the Holocaust, those that have died from COVID, those that have died in the violence of recent times, a line I'm truly praying I don't have to say. Let us say Kaddish Yatom together. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, be'alma divrach hirutei ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'b'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kari v'imru Amen. Yehi shemei Rabba mevarach le'olam u'l'olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudusha b'richu, le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru Amen. May the one who grants peace on high bring peace to us and to the whole world. And we say,
Amen.
Amen. You may be seated. The Cantor will lead us in announcements.
Okay, we really want to be as close to done in 3 minutes, so I'm trying to be very quickly. Okay, tomorrow morning, please join Rabbi Aaron and I at Shabbat morning at Emmanuel. Oh, and rabbinic intern Michael Walden, will you be there? You're always there, right? Come hear Torah be chanted. Come for an inspiring teaching, and we look forward to seeing you. Rabbi Aaron has the second session of his theme class. If you don't know, it's Lador Vador, 4 generations and generations.
Is anyone here that took the first session? How was it? Give us a thumbs. Yeah, see?
Hey, Jackie.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. So is it just going to be in Zoom, on
It's
Zoom again?
only on
Yes.
Zoom. And you know, I mean, I could send people the text from the first class if you want to come to the second one and write your own ethical will, which is really kind of solidifying for yourself your values and how you want to pass those on to those who you live with and who will be after you.
Absolutely.
There it
So
is.
tonight was definitely aimed for our community and our kids. Next week, a little bit later, our third service of the month is LA Oneg. It is an 8 p.m. wine, beer, donuts, and more Oneg, and an 8:30 service. Please come for beautiful musicians, join me, and it's been a wonderful experience so far. So that's the third Friday of every month. Just keep in mind that the last 2 weekends of the month, the Christmas weekend and New Year's weekend, the temple is closed for Shabbat. We're only doing virtual services. That being said, there's so much going on. So first of all, ECC Open House on December 14th. Woo! ECC Open House. I think you have that. Yes, if you know anybody who is interested in learning about our ECC, this is a wonderful time to come and take a tour, and maybe Rabbi Aaron will look at you like that. No, exactly like that. So December 14th, Vita, raise your hand if you see Vita after and you have questions. Vita's a good person, or who am I pointing to? Oh, Tanaz, there we go. Tanaz or Rachel, all these people who, if you have questions about our preschool. Fantastic. All right. Finally, 3 things about Hanukkah. December 18th at 4:30 p.m., before your first Hanukkah party, join us to light our giant menorah in the courtyard. There'll be sufganiyot. I don't know if there'll be latkes, but it's just a candle lighting, and we're so excited. Yeah, you'll hear some of that. Okay, great. Let's move quickly. Pajama Hanukkah will be earlier, 5 p.m. So for those of you who need an early Hanukkah experience with me and Rabbi Aaron, there it is, Tuesday at 5 p.m. for 5 and under. And our annual Latkes and Lomain Hanukkah concert and comedy. Raise your hand if you've been to this before. It's super, raise your hand if you think it's super fun. Yes, Latkes, Lomain, music, and this year we've added comedy. So Christmas Eve, but sixth night of Hanukkah. Join us. Okay, we're done with Hanukkah.
We're done.
Last but not least, you guys. Okay, we're almost done. Last but not least, you guys just met rabbinic intern Michael Walden.
Whoa!
He is going to be taking a fantastic trip to India. Let's see that slide. Inside Jewish India, December 15th, coming up. And we want you to be a very important part of his experience. So check your emails. He will have a blog. He will be on social media, ready to take your questions. And we want to make this as much of an interactive experience as possible. One last thing. I think only rabbis are going,
Yeah,
right?
you want to go?
Students.
Is that what you're saying?
Last but not least, if you don't know our youth director, Aaron Weiner, he got engaged. So mazel tov to Aaron and Adam. I'm not going to pronounce your last name. I'm sorry, Adam. Przyzabinski are engaged. Anyways, I'm very excited. And
Aaron's on the left.
That being said, the kids are running, so we are going to sing Oseh Shalom and then join us for pizza in the lobby. Thank you to our fantastic band. Thank you to Jazzy, Sophia, Basha, Louie. Come on up. It's time to sing. Thank you to the parents who schlepped them here. Thank you for the people who didn't know what this was and showed up tonight to bring in Shabbat with us. We'll see you next week. Oseh Shalom. You can get up, put your arms around each other, and enjoy. Oh, say shalom bimro.